go direct to them and kind of play from there. So we typically play with only 1-6 usually, but today we felt that we would bring Nora Walsh down and kind of form a little box around there too, and it worked. We were able to pick up balls and win possession and kind of build from there. Yeah, I mean, obviously they're going to have a quality side like Athens are going to cause you problems regardless of how you deal with it. And luckily today we kind of got away with one in the first half from a corner where they got on the end of it and hit it over the bar. But for the most part, back line was outstanding, winning headers, winning tackles, clearing balls. But everybody did their part defensively. And it has to be a collective effort at this stage to make sure you can kind of grind it out.
How many times did you see your girls, like one girl might get beat a little bit, but there's always another one there?
Yeah, and that's the big piece, right? We don't actually see a lot of teams that play with two strikers. Usually it's just one, so there's always one person going with the runner, and then the other one's covering. So we had to adjust a little bit today, but I mean, you talk about executing a game plan, like they did it to a T. Defended outstandingly well, positioning was brilliant. Understandably, you're going to start off a little bit shaky, and you know, I thought we started the game well,
really well.
But we were rushing a little bit when we got into the attacking third, which led to us maybe forcing balls into areas that weren't quite there. And with the way they play, it was going direct back the other way. And on a hot day like today, we were having to transition a lot. So we spoke a lot about at half time, saying when we get into the attacking third and they have a lot of numbers behind the ball, it's okay to just relax and slow down a little bit and keep it. Eventually it will tell. But
it seemed like they had some success with possessions once they got in there, but it was so tough for them to break into your zone with any sort of possession.
Yeah, well, I think, again, we spoke about how important keeping possession was going to be. Without going into complete tactics, they play with wing backs that when they have possession of the ball and they are dominating games can get really, really high, and it's really tough to deal with.
How proud are you of your team for stopping that?
Oh, I mean, outstanding. Like we were saying, I can't remember who I was talking to, but when you get to the postseason, it's, you know, you're playing a game, and then you have maybe 2 days to prepare, and then a game and 2 days to prepare. So kind of they're learning how to deal with things on the fly, and they do an outstanding job. They're smart girls, and they executed the game plan brilliantly and have done it all season.
In the regular season, I saw Lainey get millions of chances, maybe not get as many goals as you'd expect. Maybe it was just the games I happened to be at, but she didn't finish a lot for all the chances she created. Now she's got 2 biggest games of the year for her, the 2 deepest games so far. She's got a big goal, including a huge goal today. What'd you see from her in terms of that goal, and then how do you feel about the way she's stepped up here?
Yeah, I mean, Lainey Tusa offensively is, you know, a real thorn in anybody's side. She's so fast. She is relentless when pressing. The second you think she's not going to get it, she gets it, and it turns, you know, attack. It prolongs attacks. You know, those long balls over that you think I might not get there, she gets there. And today wasn't a typical goal for Lainey. Like,
no.
A lot of the time, she's running into space and finishing 1v1. I mean, it was rattling around the box, and it was on her weaker side, on her left foot, and she's just caught it so sweetly, and it's through into the top corner. Couldn't be happy with her. Couldn't be happier with her. She works so hard, not just offensively, but defensively as well.
Yeah, sure. There was one play, because I'm sitting in front of the student section, which was kind of loud.
Yeah.
And some girl went around her, a big tall defender.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Ooh," making kind of make her. But I was like, "Watch this!" And then Lainey gets up, comes back full speed, steals it from her, and goes back.
I mean, she puts in a ton of work in the off season, etc. And you know, when we're coming in for tryouts and doing pre-season, she's first in all the running. So we know that she can get up and down that line. And it showed today, as in the example you just said.
Just how do you feel about having this team now with the chance to go to the state championship game?
I mean, I couldn't be proud of the group. I mean, the season has been way beyond my expectations. You know, right? Every school, you know, goes in there hoping, wishing, goal is to win a state title. Not easy to do, obviously. There are so many things that can go wrong. You've got to avoid injuries, you know, that sometimes the ball has to bounce your way. But these ladies have just put in the effort every single day. They practice relentlessly hard. They look after their bodies, which is a big part as well. And, you know, all of this, the final game at MSU, DeMartin Stadium, is the reward for that. So I couldn't be happier with them.
I hate to ask one more, but it just feels like you guys are so defensively, especially composed. Like you don't, even if there's a little girl turns the wrong way on one, you guys never get phased, and you always get back and make the plays. You guys look really professional out there to a certain. You know what I mean? I don't mean like professional, but like
yeah. I know what you mean. I mean positionally, you know, like that. Positionally when you're defending is so important. If you can get your positioning nailed on, that's half the battle, right? If you're having to make challenges and last-minute tackles, that's usually because your positioning was wrong.
Right.
Like we intercept a lot of passes and start attacks there because we're able to get into position well, and kind of again the scouting comes into that, reading what they're going to do. So being able to step in front of players, you know. But as you said, hey, if we get our positioning wrong slightly, we're always thinking like worst case scenario. What if that player does not make that step? Or what if that player doesn't win that ball? Somebody's there 9 times out of 10 to recover and help them out.
Well, congrats, and we'll see you Saturday, man.
Thanks a lot, Tram. Appreciate it.